Hey everyone, my name is Mindy Horde. I'm one of Becky's personally sponsored coaches who joined her back in February of 2012. While we're doing the push, we're going to be celebrating my 3-year anniversary. This getting to Diamond was what changed everything for me. So I hope that while you're participating in this group that you invested in and that you committed to and that you put your money on the table in hopes to not only reach your goals, but to get something out of it that will help you tremendously, whether it's paying off debt, buying something that you've been needing that you had just put on the back burner, or saving it so that you have a little more peace of mind for your financial security. So I wanted to go over a few things before we get started on how to run the group and kind of the expectations and the things that you'll want to make sure that you do before you start this group. I already love seeing the interaction that's going on in here. We've got the momentum that's going, and this is something that we want to keep going for the whole 6 weeks when we start next Monday. This isn't something where you just want to go full steam ahead the first week and then taper down. You want to keep that momentum going and keep growing. So, like we said in the frequent asked questions, you paid the money to get here. You designate the time and the energy and effort that you put into this. However, what you put in is what you're going to get out. So make sure that since you invested the $25 and the pot is now $6,000, that you keep your eye on the big pot. You remember why you got started. My biggest piece of advice for you is to, number one, share with the people around you, namely your family and the people that you reside with and the people that you rely on and rely on you, what you're doing, why you're doing it, which obviously is probably going to include them so that they know that this isn't something you're doing just for you, but it includes them. Share with them what's going to happen once you reach your goal, that how they're going to benefit from it as well. Don't be afraid to delegate roles and duties for them to help absorb, so you're not trying to juggle so much all at once and end up multitasking, because when you multitask, then you really don't give 100% to what you're doing, and that can lead to a lot of neglected things. You miss things in the training that if your attention is elsewhere. And also, if you're putting everything into this group, you could neglect your relationships, and we are all about balance. So make sure that you talk to them. Make sure that you set a schedule, even if it's week to week, and it changes because of obligations or duties or work schedules. Make sure that you look at your schedule and plan in advance and give yourself at least 30 minutes a day designated to check into this group and give it your 100% undivided attention. That way you get everything out and your mind is operating at full capacity instead of only getting a little bit. Because remember, you paid the money here, so make sure that you get your money's worth. You deserve it and you can do it. So once you're in the group, one of the biggest things for me is why I've been successful and why I am so loyal to not only Diesel Nation, but to Beachbody, and I'm committed to my goals, is because I'm part of this community. Because Diesel Nation and my team are my family. You can't really get those relationships to like a family level if you're not interacting with them. So make sure that when you're checking into these groups, that you're interacting. These groups are there for you to gain knowledge, for you to ask questions, to get other people's feedback, but it's also there because this is a support system. And these are things you're going to want to cultivate and grow, especially if you're a new coach, because this is going to help you lead your team. So make sure that you're not just in there only to read the post and post your questions, but read what other people are saying. Take time to congratulate people and to make sure that you're encouraging them and keeping everybody's eye on the prize, because this is about teamwork. The only way to grow a great business is by working as a team. This is why we're called Team Beachbody, and this is how you're going to be successful. So make sure you take time to get to know others in there, and you keep your comments and your posts as positive as possible. We do know that there are highs and lows with coaching, just like anything else, so do expect that. And there are times where you get frustrated, and there's things that people are going to do that you're going to say, wow, why am I not doing that? So don't let that discourage you. Maybe reach out to them for some tips, and just also know that even if you get close to somebody in a group, there's a lot about what goes on behind the scenes that you don't know. And that somebody may sponsor more coaches than you in this time, and that doesn't mean that they're better or you're worse, or that they're more prone to success than you, or that you're never going to be good at this. Because remember, you may be giving only 30 minutes a day to the training and 30 minutes to do your follow-ups and your challenge groups, and somebody else may have more hours, or they may be at a different confidence level and you too can get there. You're just not there yet. So make sure that while you're in this group, that you're focusing on working together as a team, learning as much as you can from everybody in there, and not comparing yourself to anybody's journey or anybody's stats of what they're doing as their progress. This is not a competition. This is a team united effort. And at the end of the 6 weeks, No matter what, if you gain friendships and you gain some knowledge and you gain some confidence about what you can do from here on out, that's worth more than $25. I don't even think you can put a price on it. So right now, quickly, I'm going to go over with you what and how to navigate the group. So first of all, from a computer or even a phone, you'll type in the search bar, the push. And once you find it, you'll click on it. You're going to want to make sure that you add it to your favorites. You can click on there and add to favorites. That way, it's going to show up grouped together where it's easy to find. My suggestion is if you work or if you're in other groups, you know what it's like to get lots of notification, and that can lead to you being overwhelmed. Well, when people get overwhelmed, they shut down. That's the last thing we want you to do. We want you to keep the momentum. We want you to stay engaged. So make sure up here, or if you click on the picture on the phone section, you click on notifications, turn them off. That doesn't mean you forget about us, because we will not forget about you, but this way you're not going to get notifications every time someone posts in the group. This way you can go in, check on everything. And then now if you post something and you just, you want to comment back like, way to go, awesome, high five for, signing 2 coaches today, but then you don't want to get notified every time somebody comments after that, you'll want to go to this little arrow, drop down button, and right now you would hit turn off notifications. That means your post, the comment that you post on there is going to stay on there, but you're not going to get notified every time somebody comments after you. Another thing is, anytime you are in the group, you're going to want to check in first thing in the morning or your designated time and look at the very top, and it's going to say pin post. It does look a little bit different from a computer versus a phone, but make sure that you're looking right under the status bar. Another thing is, if you're looking for something that we say is in this files section, you're going to click on this files tab, and there's going to be information there. You can click on it and read it. You can download it or preview it where it doesn't save your computer. Make sure that as you're interacting with other people that you really take time to ask them questions. And if you've done the color code, then try to find somebody that is a complementary color code that you can work great with to help push each other, and so that your weaknesses balance out their strength and vice versa, so that you can learn from them, because these people are not ones that you want to compete your strength against their weaknesses or compare. You want to work in conjunction with them and be allies and just take this on full steam ahead and just crush your goals. So we look forward to seeing you grow. I can't wait to cheer you on, and stay tuned, because we're going to have content that is excellent every week from all of our leaders. And these are things that you can pass along to your team if you think it will be helpful. So good luck and get ready to kick ass.